So this is how the universe started. God was there, and he was experiencing only love in the present moment, right? And then after experienced love for some time, he decided to split into multiple souls to experience illusion and himself. So the love light started, and he was creating as many illusions. This is where all the then when it becomes too much dark, that's one era completed. So decided to go back to the home, which is love. So now we are in this phase, right? We are going back home, which is love. Okay, this is the only truth: God, present moment, and love. Rest is all illusion we created just for experience, right? So he split it into multiple souls, and some of the supreme souls created a virtual reality game, which is Earth, right? So the soul will choose when it is choose the body, and it will choose the parents, mom, dad, and the place to live. Then once it is done, it will give birth to itself, and then when it comes to Earth, the mind will start with the empty, and then the mind will get conditioned from 0 to 7. What the society, media, parents, the teachers, and what everyone else. It gets conditioned and it gets matured. 7 to 14, and 14 to 20 it become I am. And what it became I am, like, oh, I have to prove this person who I am to the entire world. We get attached to the outcome that we want to build, we want to prove that we want to be better than somebody. Those are all the things we do it. That's where we live, right? So that's more we try to prove, we get into so much sufferings and pain, and then find out like what else I can do in life, you know. So once we determine that, basically we need to know the truth, right? That we are not the body, we are not the mind, we are souls, right? So how to do it? We have to uncondition the mind, and whatever the body we came from, from our ancestors created all traumas in our body. So we have to basically detach from the body and condition the mind to realize we are souls, right? Once we know we are souls, and we do exactly what we are here to do on this planet Earth. Serve our soul purpose and get what we want in life, right? And then I also talked about truth and illusion. So what does God, just one universe, is the truth? Separation, like we see, we are individuals. Those are all illusion. And love is the only truth. And all other feelings you are getting, even the happiness, everything is illusion. And the present moment is the only truth. Past, future, time, space, everything is illusion. So when we are aware of what we are living from morning to evening, and we have to keep on like checking whether I'm living in separation or fear or past and future, educating ourselves that we should move from illusion to truth. The more we move into the truth, we become the infinite consciousness, right? This diagram I put together, like this is the whole universe. And when we think we are just a dot, we are afraid of everything around us. Or somebody will take my money, take my job, and everything. But if we think we are circle, they are all inside us. And if you are thinking this circle, we become the universe, and you are top of the universe, and you navigate everything what you want in your life because you become God conscious state, and you get basically everything you wanted just by moving the universe. And that's your choice. You have a free will, whether you can be a dot or you can be the whole universe. If you want to live in illusion, you will be just a always thinking of how to survive in life. But if you live in truth, you become the universe and you navigate the universe. not allow the universe to navigate you. That's where all the sufferings and pain and whatnot, everything will get. Consider this is a phone, right? So this is like, let's say it is iPhone, right? Uh, so does it have life? So there is no life to iPhone, right? So how do we charge the iPhone? Overnight, we charge the iPhone and then we use it for next day, and then goes on and on. If there is no charge in the phone, then you cannot use the phone. Similarly, our humans also, how do we charge us? How do we charge us? Anyone? By sleeping, right? When we sleep, we charge ourselves. And then when we charge ourselves and then wake up every day, and then we do all our work, and then again we sleep and then charge ourselves, and then next day again you go and work, right? But if you don't sleep, you'll feel not energized at all, right? But the only difference between phones and us is basically, for phones, it's like a machine. There is no life to machines. So we sleep and then we charge ourselves. The difference between us and the machine is like we have life. We are not machines, right? So even when you are like on the day working, still we can charge ourselves, right? Okay, so how to charge ourselves? I'll tell you four keywords. Okay, the four magic words are gratitude, appreciation, care, and compassion. Okay, fear, anger, hatred, jealous. We can keep going. Frustration, right? Gratitude, appreciation, care, and compassion, right? Okay, so you sleep well in the night, and then you wake up in the morning, right? You go brush your teeth, take shower, and then get ready to go to office. And let's say you have some real important work to do in the office, like you have meeting at 9 o'clock. Okay, so you come into the kitchen and there is no food, ready. So you let's say you show some frustration, and then quickly you are eating the food, and then going into the car, taking the car. You are on the road going to office, and there is some traffic, and you couldn't go to the meeting at 9 o'clock. So it's too much traffic, and people are not following the rules. So you're still showing some frustration that people are not following the rules, and whatnot. And then you go into the meeting, like you are charged when you slept, but when you do all this negative vibration things, you discharge yourself, right? So once you discharge yourself, like if you take the iPhone and if there is no charge or the internet is weak, right, then you won't be really able to use the phone, right? Because there is no charge and there's no internet. Likewise, our human body is just the system. right? How what we do inside the system, it depends on your mind, right? If you are showing, anger and frustration, then you won't be you are you won't be able to really express in your meeting like how you express, right? So that's the regular person will do in the life, right? So I'll tell how we can live in these four magic words, right? So if we are living in these magic words, and also I want to say these four magic words are part of love. Okay, so I mean, if you are living in all these four magic words, gratitude, appreciation, care, and compassion, which is all part of love. So the more we live here, we charge ourselves, right? And when you discharge yourself, right? Okay, you wake up in the morning. As soon as you wake up, you have some gratitude, like, oh, I'm living, I had a great sleep, I have a home to live, and I have a job. You're feeling gratitude, and you're coming into the kitchen, and you are like, you getting still, you're appreciating your partner for making food, and basically, but even if it is late, still you can like wait and then try to do something in future so that you can be on time. That's all you can do. But you cannot be frustrated because that's when you are discharging your battery. That's instead, either you want to uh, go late, or uh, even if you are like on time getting frustrated, you are going with discharged battery in your body, so you cannot really perform in your meeting, right? So it's better you can be late on that day with some appreciation for your partner for feeding you food, right? And you're going, there is traffic, instead of getting frustrated, care for others. And also, let's say you see a homeless person on the signal, right? Some people will be like frustrated on the government, like how come these people are like stealing all our money? There are like so many homeless people in this world, thinking about hatred on government and stuff. That is, again, you're discharging, right? But all you can do is like you can be compassionate for the people, uh, that they are going through so much in their life and they don't have food. That's all you can do. And if you want, you can buy a burger and give it to them, for their food, and then keep moving. Because, like I said, every soul came here into earth for itself. There's nothing we are here to do change anybody's life. We are here to change ourselves. We cannot change the world. The moment you experience and transform, like how I transform myself, now I have learned, how this earth and everything is working. Now I'm coming and like teaching people who really wanted to learn. I cannot go into the world like everybody that, oh, this is what I have found, you have to follow this. I cannot say that. Everyone have their own path, right? So uh, I cannot change everybody. That's not my goal at all. But whatever I've learned, who is ready in the I am situation and wants to uncondition, those are all the people that know like, okay, we can do much more in life uh, just by becoming the infinite consciousness and do much more here instead of just living in fear and stuff with this I am mind, right? So you crossed the road and then you went to the office and then you started the meeting with supercharged, right? So once you have full charge and you will be able to perform the meeting really good. right? So that's how the life is. So always remember these four magic words. I'll keep sharing the screen so that you'll have this for reference, right? So today I just want to cover this part, like how from illusion we are moving into love, right? So as soon as you wake up, you always try to be aware of what is going on. Like last time, Bala asked me, okay, how can I meditate? How can I control my mind? So we cannot control the mind, like I told. So all we can do is, first we have to detach. So our body is servant to the mind, right? So when we do some workout for the body, like walking, yoga, what not, anything you can do, or if you can sit and meditate, that is great. Or sit and focus on your breath, right? So the more you detach the body from the mind, that's when the mind will come to a calm state. If you try to control your mind, you'll never able to do it. Okay, so you have to start with the body, with some workout to the body, so that it will detach from the mind. Then you can be awareness of the body. And once you bring that awareness, you can check whether you are living in illusion here, or we can move that illusion into the truth, right? So for example, right, when we get the food, right, we just take it and eat it, right? And without awareness we are doing it, right? But what I'm trying to say is, if we bring that to awareness, okay, so first you have the food, right? So you can actually feel grateful for the food, that you got the food. Not everybody in this world are having food, right? You as a person getting food on time, and you have money to pay for your food, or you have partner to feed you food, right? So you can feel grateful for the food, right? And then the next step is like appreciation. So whoever helped you to get the food, if it is rice, whoever made rice, and then who cooked your food, who served food, anything, right? You can appreciate those people for giving you the food, right? And then you can, let's say you're eating chicken, right? You can be compassionate for, that chicken lost its life, right? You can be compassionate. The more we bring all the positive vibration, right, it really helps. First of all, you're charging your body. And the next one, I'll explain, like, because this whole universe is energy vibrating at a certain frequency. Everything is energy, right, at the atomic level. I'll go deeper into that next time. But for example, right, uh, if people are saying like it's better to eat fish than chicken, do you know why? Because fish are mostly in the ocean. I'm not talking about the farm fish. Okay, so if it is in the ocean, it just lives, right? And then somebody will pick it up and then kill it, and then they cook it and eat it, right? So it will not have that much dark, fearful energy. But if you take chicken, like, we started having the chicken farm, and we put always the chicken in the cage, right? And then every day what the chicken will see is every day some people will come and grab all these chickens, cut it in front of them, and put it as meat, right? This is what going, right? And guess what? So the chicken lives in so much fear, right? The more fear it has, the more negative vibration will be into each cells inside the chicken, right? And when it is cooked, the same thing. And then when we eat, we become what we eat. So if we eat fearful chickens, then we become fearful human, right? So I mean, like, if there is no, I mean, people have choices to eat fish instead of chicken. Obviously, you can eat fish. But if there is no choice, like Maitreya, he lives in the Kuwait now, so all he can eat is meat. Now I told like, oh, all these chickens has this dark energy. Into the hurt and then dark energy like that. If he is like feeding his mind, guess what? He will be like keep on eating more and more fearful food, and you become more fear-based human, right? So instead, like I said, how you take the food, spend like a minute, you know, grateful for the food, appreciation for who are made this food for you, helped you to get this food, and then compassion for if there are animals who died for you to eat, and then send lots of love, which is the care or love, right? Love is the highest frequency, right? So you cover the food with your two hands, and whatever the negative energy in the food is there, send lots of love to food. Just like 20 seconds or 10 seconds, just send your love energy into the food. When you said that, you're s- you are basically going to the atomic level and changing the fearful vibration into love frequency. The moment you change it, whatever the worst food is, you are just making it as good vibration. I mean, this is all I can scientifically prove. I have machines which I can prove if you are like working with me individually. Okay, so the moment you switch, and then when you eat, you become what you eat. Now you ate with love, full of love, and then you become love, right? So we are here to play a game, right? And how can stay how to pass so I'll explain that. So let's say you're playing a game called Wario, right? So you will choose the avatar, right, to body your body, and then stage. You will start with first stage, right? So stage one, right, and then you start jumping. It will be like this, and then there will be gold coins here, right? That's the reward. So you get the gold coins and then move to the next stage. This is stage one, and stage two will be like it will be like bigger. Yeah. So what you do is you come and like try to run into the stage and then jump and then come jump, and then when you couldn't jump, you'll fall, right? The moment you fall, you keep repeating the stage one, right? That's how you play video game. And then if you pass the test, you go into second stage where it will be more difficult to jump. So you need more and more practice to get more gold coins. So that's how the game is, right? Similarly, we came into Earth to play this game, right? So every day, so what is happening here is, so we are here from love to evil, and then we are going back to home. So every day when people and situations come into your life, right? Every day you have to be aware of what kind of people come into your life, what kind of situations I'm facing every day. Okay, the more you be aware of what kind of situation, and then when you see whether you are living in illusion or living in wonders. Okay, so if you are going into traffic and you are getting frustrated, then you fall into this stage one and then keep playing. So first day you are frustrated, going into second day, you are driving the car, again you are frustrated, again coming here, keep playing the same stage again and again and again and again. That's what is doing. We are all doing, right? The moment when you aware of like you are living in illusion, which is the frustration, right, move into love, right? How can we do that, right? So we are not here to change anything outside of ourselves. We are here to change only us. This whole virtual reality game was created for our soul to transform, to go back home, right? Not to change anybody. So let's say you are driving the car and you are not frustrated, and then you are aware that you should not get frustrated, so you don't need to like control your frustration. The moment you are started getting frustrated, then ask the question, if love is the only truth, where is this frustration coming from, right? It could be from your ancestors, who were like frustrated all the time, carried those tests or trauma into your life. And then our everyday life situations are based on what trauma we carry in our body, right? The more you are aware of those traumas and see the truth, that which is the love to experience and transform, instead of living frustration, we can move into love. The moment you ask the question, if love is the only truth, rest is all illusion, where is this frustration coming within me? Is it from me, my body, or is it from my ancestors? Those are all the questions you need to be asking yourself. The more you try to change yourself by moving from illusion to truth, which is love, slowly you will pass the test. You will like go here instead of here, and then you will get rewards like a magic. Okay, so you will get more and more rewards. Then once you clear the test, you will go into second test. Okay, and then it'll be more harder, and you keep playing the game to get more and more rewards in your life. Okay, so this is how we are here to play the game. Okay, the thing is, when you are like passing the test with the universe, what magic happens is you'll never see. Let's say you're passed the test for frustration test. Okay, you passed it. The moment you passed it, you go, you will not even see the people who will make you frustrated in the second stage, because you passed the test for that specific illusion, which is frustration. So like that, everything happens like magically. Okay, because we live in a conscious universe, it knows exactly what we are doing. So how this universe is being designed is like based on what conditioning we have, which is illusion, and based on what uh, trauma we have from our ancestors is also illusion. And all our people and situation are coming to life to basically show to the light that you carry trauma, you carry this conditioning, which you need to be aware and move on to truth. That's how everyday life people and situations are coming into our life. The more we aware and move, we keep clearing the test, and then we can move on into the infinite consciousness, and we become infinite. So one thing I want to tell is, in this world, each one of us want to make a world better, right? You are like so concerned about this COVID. There is weather condition is going worse, the global warming, and there is war happening, all those things, and even government problems, right? So it's like going really worst in the world. So each one of us were like thinking about how can we build a better world, right? But that is at very lower level we are thinking, like from a human state. But if you come here like a universe, excuse me, universe level, we are tools and we are here to experience. right? So this whole world is like this for our soul to experience and transform, right? If the world is all perfect, then there is nothing much to experience and transform ourselves. So we wanted more challenging. If you want to play the game, and if there is no challenges for you to jump, you just go run, go get the rewards, and it will be boring, right? We want like a challenging life so that we can experience everything and transform ourselves. That's why the world is like that. It's not bad, just because it is bad. Basically, for us to experience, the moment we as souls uh, experience and transform ourselves, go within and transform ourselves, the world automatically, magically, because the whole world is our. It's hard to understand, but that's the truth. Okay, what we are trying to do is we are trying to change the world. So if you go into the mirror and try to change your face, that's not going to work. You have to change your face first, and then the mirror will reflect the same. Likewise, this whole virtual reality game is built in such a way that we are conditioned to change everything in the outside world, right? But the actual reality is we are here to change ourselves. Right? We just need to know the truth and change ourselves to see there is some changes we need to do in the outside world. That's the first step. And then the second step is, so we come here once we are conditioned, we are I am want to build a home, I want to have a Ferrari car, have like a beautiful partner, and everything we wanted here, like I am, right? And if we don't get that, we just ask God, give me more, give me more. My friend is getting a car and I'm not able to get the car. And what God is saying is, like, if I give whatever you want in hand, you just take that, and then one day you die and leave the body here, and then go back to the soul with the same soul, right? Because you are not transformed, right? So instead of getting everything from the I am state, right? So the soul has to transform, right? So how this whole game is designed is we will give you, God is ready to give whatever you want for your I am, like mind whatever you want, like a partner, wealth, power, fame, everything, right? But you have to give what the soul wants, because that's the truth. That's the whole point. We are here in the earth, right? If this is all illusion, whatever we created, and if we keep getting what our mind wants, and there is no soul transformation happening, there is no point in coming and playing this game. The moment you give the soul transformation, then you will get magically what your mind wants. Like you want a car, the moment you give the transformation to soul, the mind will get the car magically, because you are not here, you are here, you will get everything you want, right? How we are going to get this soul transformation is by acceptance, because the soul knows exactly what kind of experience you're gonna have, like what is the place, what is your who is your mom, dad, everybody, right? And then after we come here and we get conditioned by this society, we always want a better place, we want a better mom who can give you more money and stuff, and we keep complaining. The more you complain, you keep living in the dot. And some people, even though they live in dot, they get a better IQ, they will perform really good so that they can move, buy a car and stuff, but you are still in the finite consciousness. But if you want to be infinite, you have to accept everything as they are, not how we are. That's the main point. The more we accept everything what you have in life, your mom, dad, place, car, everything, the more you accept, you are feeding the soul transformation. So the moment the soul gets what it wants, I am, which is your mind, will get everything magically, like power, wealth, money, everything will come to you if you give what the soul wants. The soul wants only the transformation. Okay. And how to know who you are, like the soul, how can we bring the soul out? Is basically unconditioned, whatever your mind is being conditioned so far. The more you unconditioned go back, uh, then what remains is only the body, and then you detach from the body, then the soul will come out. That's the only way we can do it. From I am, we cannot meditate and become soul. That's the whole point. Okay, so I'll talk about how to detach from the body and how to become more like a soul. Probably in the next session. Now, I think. We are done for today. If you guys have any questions, share all these details in the WhatsApp. Uh, any questions or anything?
So Raja, we spoke about all these materialistic things that we should not
Uh-huh.
be like materialistic things giving happiness. That is like because your mind wants it. So that line of thought and that is something I'm able to understand. But I wanna
Uh-huh.
put the same thing towards relationships, like starting from
Okay.
your parents, your life partner,
Uh-huh.
kids. Like so, like you are not alone in this world. Like once you are a
Right.
son, like when you are a kid, your parents took care of you. Like they had their wishes,
Uh-huh.
everything. But then they reduced their wishes, or they didn't cater to their wishes. Instead, they concentrated on bringing you up, like especially in the Indian system. And then
Uh-huh.
once you grow up, it's like you wanna take care of them, but sometimes you are in a scenario wherein you are after your job, your career and stuff, so you may not be with them. So that kind of scenario, how do you navigate? And on the other hand, like you start a family and you have your children and stuff. Now like you want to take care of them, and then whenever you think you're going to take care of them, you want to give them the best. And you think the best is like, you don't know what the best is, but you think something is the best, and then you work towards it, which means it eats up your time, your energy. Like how do you navigate that one? Like materialistic with respect to car, home, those ones I'm able to relate. But when it comes to relationships, people who are dependent on you, whether it's the life you brought into this world
Uh-huh.
or someone who brought you into this world, like how should we think about, like simple thing, like your parents, as they become old, they fall ill, and then that affects you a lot, and the fact that you're not gonna be with them, you're not with them to take care of them, kind of puts you into like a spiraling situation wherein you might be happy most of the time, like mostly calm, and but when incidents like that happen, then you don't know how to handle it. So that I want to bring
Mm.
that kind of angle into this one, because that's something I'm unable to
Yeah.
relate.
Okay. Yeah. Great question. Thanks for asking. So the more we ask, that's when I can help you out in the real world, right? So we can talk about all these things at the spiritual realm, right? But you know, when we are living, these are all the small, small things will come into your life. How can I move from illusion to truth, right? So you said like, parents, your partner and kids, right? How can we do that? You want to give best. So the best is coming here on the condition side. Whatever, where is that best? Best is basically coming from the society. I want to give best school, best, teaching. Everything is all conditioned, right? So what is the truth is basically your parents, your partner, and your kids, right? Everyone, they are individual souls coming into their life. They know exactly, let's say your parents, they know exactly that your son will be born after, and then he will go into US, and then you have to be alone. but still that soul chose this body to be alone in India when you are in US. It is all already determined. But after coming here, based on what the society says, the parents might tell, okay, I cannot be alone because my friends, family, and all those kids are like they came back from USA and they are all living with the kids. You should also with the parents. So you should also come back. The parents might say that, right? But you have to think that everyone is individual souls, and you know and also the other thing is you have to play it as a role. You still have to play it as whatever role you have to play, you have to play. For example, just because you are grown from dot to the universe, you cannot think like, "Oh, I'm sitting in a sofa, I'm like in universe mode, god conscious state, the food will come to me, I don't need to cook." Not how it works. Still you have to move and cook your food to eat, because you are into this virtual reality game and you have to follow the rules to play the game. If you don't cook, there is no food. If you don't work, there is no money, right? But when you know everything and when you are in God consciousness, you are sitting there, somebody will be like coming there and cooking the food and give it to you. That is one chance. The other chance is like, now you are like lazy to cook food, but you'll be like really pulled and you will enjoy every moment in bliss state to cook your food, and you can eat it. That's the difference from living like a dot or to the universe. So everything will happen like very easily when you are here than here, right? So your kids, your parents, your partner, whatever you have to do for them, you have to play it as a role, but emotionally detach from the role you are playing. That's the
Got it.
main thing. That's how you detach from the body. So what happens is, when you play this game, let's say Bala is playing this game, right? And I ask, "Who are you?" And you will say, "I'm Bala. I'm from India. And then moved to US. I'm working here as the software engineer. And now I'm playing this game, and I'm in the second stage." So you know who you are, and you know that you are playing currently a game, right? But here, you are a soul came into this world to play this game, but the challenge is you forgot who you are, which is the soul, right? And then because you forgot who you are so attached to the role you are playing, right? I'll repeat. It's a very good, important point. Just because you forgot who you are the soul. You attached to the role you are playing. So you think you are Bala, and then when you are like moving as Bala, you are still in the dark. And whatever partnership, your kids, your parents, you have to play the role. You have to keep talking, but you have to detach yourself and keep living in truth, not in illusion, and keep doing exactly what's supposed. We have to move and cook food, right? But you cannot say, I don't want to cook food. That is the rule you have to follow. So for parents, you have to keep calling, and whatever you can do to, convince them, you can do it. But without living in any of this illusion, instead you can go here and live, but you have to play it as a role. When you uh, watch a movie, or let's say you are a hero playing a movie, right? So first off, you'll be like having so much fun and happy and everything. Uh, Problems will come and you'll get frustrated sometimes and sad and stuff, and then the climax comes. And when you are acting in a movie, you know you are playing a role. So when you're happy, you don't get attached to the happiness. And when you're sad, you don't attach to the sadness. You just play it as a role because you know that's the movie. And then the movie will end and you just come out with the same mood, right? I mean, I'm not talking about the people who are watching. I'm talking about you are playing the role, right? So likewise, you are here to play this role in this body as Bala with all these partner, kids, and parents. The more you detach from the role you're playing, then you can move from the dot to the universe. Like into conscious state, you become the soul and you become the observer of all the situation and work on it instead of like really in the survival mode trying to do everything with with the attachment state. Getting it, Bola?
Yep, yep, got it. So basically, like it's like saying like you have to play the role but be detached. Like don't be attached to it. Like how you
Yeah.
have like a dewdrop on a leaf, which is like it
Uh,
happens due to nature, and then the dewdrop on the leaf is not attached to the leaf. If it has to flow, it flows down. So something like that.
right.
Just be,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So so most of the problem is like we live life and then when there is happiness, we just go attached to the happiness. And then when the
correct,
sadness comes, oh, we don't want sadness, and then we feel sad. Oh, I
correct.
don't want. And then will be stress. And then again happiness will come. So the how the universe is designed is its set of programs which will run in pattern. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay,
how like morning comes, night comes, and then next day morning comes. Summer
mm,
comes, winter comes, and then summer comes. But what we do is when summer comes, oh, it is so bright and everything. So we go attached to the summer because it is more light. And then when the winter comes, you are like resisting it. So it becomes more stressful in your life. The universe, it is just a matrix set of programs running in sequence. Okay, that we cannot change. So one day it will be happy, next day it will be sad, next day it will be happy, next day it will be sad. Keep on like running the same programs for this game. But for soul is to detach and see everything as same. We should not get attached to the happiness. Once you're not attached to happiness, when there is sadness comes, you don't like too much attached to the sadness. You just be, you are whatever comes, whether it is sadness or happiness, you keep on going instead of getting attached and then getting into suffering when there is sadness. You see what I'm saying?
got it, got it. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for asking. Uh, any further questions? I think we are done with 1 hour session today.